everyone, today I'm creating this. It's an shimmery olive green eye look that goes into dark and that goes into black basically, and in the middle it's yellowish into very bright white, and the lips are pink, hot pink. So I hope it looks interesting enough to look at my video, and I hope you enjoy watching how I created this. Okay, so I have already gone over my eyelids with my concealer that I love using as my eyeshadow primer because I do not own an eyeshadow primer. I see no point in owning a product you can only use in one way. So going into my Essence Nudes palette and into this really matte light shade and going over the primer to make everything look very seamless, very the same color, no redness or any other discoloration, and also because I'm going to start going over with other colors just to make everything go in a little bit more easy. Yeah, so no colors start dragging or anything like that. So now going into the second one here, the same palette, you know, it's never what palette you use, it's always what colors you use and how you use them. So feel free to use any palette you have to make something like this. So now I just went into the really light brown one and going into my crease just to make a little bit of a crease. You know, this is not a step you have to do, just I usually just like doing it. So there is a little bit of color here. Like this. Now going into my big Bis palette that has a lot of different colors, and that's why I love using it, because it has so many different colors. And going to go into this one here with my half flat, half fluffy brush. So it's olive greenish yet sparkly. I don't know, the color really speaks to me. I think it's going to be something very interesting. So just took it on and now start going all over the lid and covering the whole lid with the color here, and going also into the inner part of the eye and just really smudging it on, and also making sure some color goes into the crease line but not going above the crease, so into the crease. So going all over the lid with this one like this. So that's what I mean, that's what one of the purposes of this half flat, half fluffy brush is, that you can really just layer on color really, really well. And at the same time, it never sticks all very strongly because it's also a smudger brush at the same time. So taking more. And I think actually when I bought it, it was part of a small set of Eco Tools brushes. It was labelled as an eyeshadow smudger brush anyway. So, you know, it's just never have to use a brush the way it's supposed to be used. Look at the brush and think, what can I do with this? And then do it. So it's never about doing it the way people tell you have to do it. I mean, yeah, when you do it the way people tell you have to do it, then probably it's going to work, because that's what the real point of it is. But I think it's always so much fun to discover things for yourself and use things the way you think they should be used, instead of the way everyone else thinks they should be used. So this is like the main point of makeup. Just have fun with it and go nuts. That's the whole thing about makeup. It's self-expression and it's having fun with the whole thing, you know. So I've also went in really into the inner part of the eye, so inner eyelid, and really making it really strong everywhere here, and also going here to the outer part and just like really, really layering it on like this, making it really strong. I really like the color. I think it's a really nice color. So now going in a little bit more and starting to go, instead of going only to the eyelid, instead of staying below the crease line, I'm going to start adding a little bit above the crease line as well. So the line straight up from the eye, inner part of the eye, slightly dabbing it upwards and also making this little corner covered with the same color. So just going a little bit like this, and also giving this part a little bit of color like this. Yeah, because when you look at a person, you don't really, when you look straight to the person, you don't really see the whole lid. You see what's in the crease and a little bit up. So I'm going up a bit and creating this little kind of a triangle with the same color I've already been using this whole time. Like this. Yeah. And this is like another thing I really like about using a half flat, half fluffy brush. I mean, it gives no very straight and very strict lines. So it already looks quite smudged out. So it already looks quite good, like this. So, and staying here at this line. Okay, so this is the first eye done. I'm going to do the other eye as well, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have created the same thing on both eyes. Also just cleaned my brush a bit like this. So now going into the same palette and, you know, just going into the very, very dark color here. Well, it's black. Yeah, let's just say it actually is a black color. A little bit of a shiny black. So now going in with the same brush again and start adding it here to the very, very end of the eye. So just patting it here first at the upper part of the eye like this. So adding that black straight to the very end of the eye and slightly dragging it down here as well, just to get a really smudged look. And up and down like this, and smudging it out. And I'm currently not yet going above the crease, so really just making it here really dark. Now taking the same color a bit more, you know, just tap one side in and the other side in, and that's the color you need. And now going in, well, yeah, now going above the crease line into above the crease line eyelid. So, and also keeping it all at the very outside and just filling it in with the same black color like this. Yeah, just like, you know, little dabbing motions and just making sure everything's colored in, filled with color. Yeah. And just slightly making it all come together like this, and just going down and up, and not really going into the crease, straight into the crease, just going here at the very outer side, at the very outer line, and going in again, adding it a little bit more like this, and just making it all really come together like this, and just keeping it all at the very outer part of the eye, you know, and mixing just a really dark color in with the already existing color, basically. Now just cleaning it off a bit and starting to drag it, well, actually going into the lighter color and just dragging the lighter color into the dark color, and just making sure everything's really mixed together here at the very outer part of the eye, so that there are no harsh lines and very harsh contrasts, and everything's just really mixed together like this. Just mixing it all together like this, and actually taking a flat brush and taking the same black one and going into the very outer part and just making it really, really strong at the outer part and also at the lower part of the eye. So just tapping it all in here, and this just concentrating the very, very darkest color here at the very outer part of the eye, like this, with this flat brush. A flat brush is just great for adding that really, really strong color here, like this, you know, just tapping, and then dragging a bit, like this, you know. And now going to take my fluffy one again and to the same really matte thing here at the Nudes palette. The one colour that I first went over with my the colour that the first step was using it all over the lid. That's the same colour I'm taking again with this fluffy one, and now just going over the edges, the very upper part of the eye, and also going lower and just making sure there's nothing very harsh going on. Right now just blending it slightly in with the rest of the eye so there are no very harsh lines, and just, you know, blending it all together, blending it all into the rest of the eye basically, like this. And also at the very lower parts, and just, you know, blendy, blendy, blendy. Yeah. If the look you're going for contains very harsh lines, then just, you know, don't blendy, blendy, blendy. But if you want to be really seamless colored transitions, then just blendy, blendy, blendy as usual. And taking a smaller flat brush, and from here going into a lighter one that's not as olive, just lighter brownish colour, and this one patting here at the very inner part of the eye, like this, just to make it the inner part a little bit lighter. And also going into the very light shade here, it's the lighter shade, really, really strong white one, and also patting it straight in into the inner part of the eye, like this. And just, you know, stabbing it in with the little brush. And I'm going to do the other side as well, so I could have some kind of overlook what those two sides look like. Okay, I sincerely hope I managed to get both eyes to match. For me, that is always the most hardest thing ever, just to get everything to look the same. So now I'm going in with pencil that I finally found. Ooh. And just going to go into the very outer part of the eye and just into the waterline and smudge it out a bit. I really like going in with the pencil as the last step, because it really, for me, it really just adds some more definition to the eye, and yeah, just basically add some definition to the eye, and that's why I really like going in as the last step. So I hope they match. So I'm going to now add some mascara, do something with my hair, if I can figure out what, and that will be the final look. Okay, so this is the final look. I added some lip gloss from H&M, hot pink, and I like it. I know it doesn't look conventionally pretty, but you know what, conventionally pretty is very boring. Perfect is boring. Imperfections are a lot more perfect to me, and I think it's really fun. So I quite like what the eyes came out with. I really do hope they look similar, if not identical. I just hope they look good. And thank you for watching. I hope you had fun. I did. I always do. So thank you a lot for watching my little video, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.